Hello, this is Marina calling from Celestial Dog Adoption. I'm calling you as you registered an interest on our website in adopting one of our dogs. This call is to formally register your interest and check your suitability for adoption. Is now a good time to speak? Great. So I will start just by giving you a little bit of an overview of what we do. And then I'm going to ask you a number of questions to assess your suitability for adoption. How does that sound? Great. So let's get started. So just a bit of background about us, and you may already know this. At Celestial Dog Adoption Service, we are a group of volunteers who give their time freely to help dogs find new loving forever homes. And our aim really is to place each dog in the best possible home and not really on a first come first serve basis. So we make sure that we assess dogs in our care and really reflect on their rehoming needs. Yeah. And our adoption application questions is really quite detailed, and that's by necessity because we need to make sure that you're the right fit for the dog, and that's so important. We want to make sure that they find their forever homes are right for them. So I would ask you, when we go through the questions, just to try and answer as thoroughly as possible, and of course be as honest as possible as well. The more kind of thorough you answer the questions, the more chance you have of being shortlisted. So how does that sound? Do you have any questions so far? No? Okay, well let me know if you think of any. I'm going to start the application questions now, if that's okay. Yeah? Okay, perfect. So could I just get you to confirm your full name, please? Okay. And could I confirm your age, if you are definitely the person that would be the primary owner of the dog? Yes? Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. And could you just confirm your email address as well, please? Okay, perfect. Thank you. And could you give me a phone number? Yep. Thank you. And do you have like a secondary phone number? So for example, it could be your work phone or something like that. No? Okay, no worries. I'll just put the same number you gave me initially, and that's your mobile. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Thank you. And could you give me the first line of your address, please? Perfect. Yeah, your second line of address? And could I confirm your town or city? Perfect. And how about your county? And finally, your postcode? Perfect, thank you. Could you please tell me how you found out about Celestial Dog Adoption Service? For example, was it through a search engine, a link from another site, or were you recommended by friends or family? And I just want to double check, have you adopted from us before? Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to ask you a bit more questions about the dog that you're interested in adopting. So could you start just by giving me the name of the dog that you wish to apply for? Perfect. And what is the breed of that dog as described on our website? Okay. And what is your reason for selecting this dog? Fantastic. And how old is the dog that you're applying for? So is it under 1 year old, so a puppy, or is it a young dog aged 1 to 3 years? or is it sort of more of a middle-aged dog, aged between 4 to 7 years, or an older dog aged 8 years and over? Perfect, thank you. And just do this to check you've thoroughly researched the dog that you're interested in adopting, because it's really important that you're fully committed. And can you tell me, do you have the time to care appropriately for a dog, both during the settling in period and beyond? It's really important to think through this in detail because a dog is a lifelong commitment. Yeah. And would you say that your home has enough space for the dog you're applying for? I'll ask you a bit more question about your living situation a bit later on, but you feel confident about that. Okay, fantastic. And do you have the knowledge and experience to care for this breed of dog and to meet their needs? Sure. We always do recommend that you research the breed to make sure that you feel confident that you can meet their needs. So that's great. And it's also important to be willing to learn, of course. And can you tell me, can you afford all the costs that come with keeping a dog? So that would be food, equipment, insurance, vet fees, training, grooming, and so on. Yes, we can definitely help you to find out a bit more about the likely costs involved. But it's great you've started to do some calculations, and we're happy to go through them with you if you are shortlisted to go through the next stage. Okay, now I'm going to talk a bit about our donations. So our set donations usually range from £325 to £600 according to the breed, age and health. Puppies are sort of generally at the higher end of the scale, and older dogs with specific needs may have reduced donations. And all our adult dogs are neutered, vaccinated, microchipped, and will have had dental if required. So just want to check that you understand you're going to be asked for set donation within the range stated above, and that you're happy to proceed on that basis. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much. So now I want to ask you a few questions about your home. So could you first of all confirm to me whether you own your home or you rent it? And if you rent it, have you got written permission from your landlord to have a dog? Okay. Right. And could you give me some details about your garden? Is it secure? So if it is, what size is it? And is it communal and things like that? Okay, great. And is your back garden separate from your front garden? Okay. And do you have a communal garden at all, or does anyone else have access to your garden other than you and your family? Okay. And what is the height of your fencing at its lowest point? Okay. Do you have a pond, and if so, could you let me know the depth of this? Fantastic, thank you so much. And could you tell me who lives at your home? So if you can start off with kind of the number of adults, the number of children, if there are children, what are the children ages? And then are there any visiting children, and if so, what are their ages as well? And are there any other dogs at your home? If yes, how many, and what is their gender? And are they neutered? And have they been vaccinated in the last 12 months? Do you have any other animals at home? And if so, could you tell me a bit more about them? Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much. So now I would like to ask a bit more information about your lifestyle. So could you first of all tell me what's the occupation and work hours of all the adults living at the property? Okay. And if any of the adults work shifts, can you provide us with a number of hours each adult in the home each day, along with the working schedule for the next 3 weeks? If you can send that to us by sort of email, if you need to check on that, that's absolutely fine. Yeah? Okay, I'll just note that you'll email that across. Okay. Fantastic. And what is the amount of daily exercise you expect to give the dog on weekdays and then at weekends? Perfect. And how long do you expect to leave the dog alone on a regular basis? So if you can tell me hours per day and how often this will be. Thank you. And are you planning to move home within the next 6 months? Okay. And do you have any holidays planned in the next 3 months? Perfect, thank you very much. I just want to check one more thing. Oh yes. The pets you currently have in the house, are they all sprayed and neutered? Okay. And are they all inoculated annually, and you'll continue to inoculate the dog you want to adopt? Fantastic, thank you. So if you are successful in being shortlisted, you will be able to provide proof of any inoculations. So you're happy to do that? Yes. Okay. And where would the dog be sleeping? And are there any exercise areas nearby? So for example, parks, beaches, fields, anything else? And how far away are they? Okay, that's great, thank you. Are you willing to work through your new dog's issue if there are any? And are you aware that a new environment is stressful for dogs, and they may exhibit uncharacteristic behaviours if you were to be successful in adopting one of our dogs here? And how would you deal with behavioural issues such as barking, chewing, destructive behaviour, bathroom accidents indoors, unruly leash behaviours if you were to adopt this dog today? And do you plan to take an obedience class with your dog? Thank you. So those are all the questions that I wanted to ask you today. Just to let you know, all the information you've provided is going to be reviewed by us, so we're the volunteers here. And we're going to look at all your responses and analyse and let you know if you have been shortlisted for the next stage, which will be an interview in your home. The reason we do this is that we really want to check that if you are successful in adopting one of our dogs, you have the perfect home for them. It's really important that we see this with our very own eyes. So that's really important there. Just to let you know that by answering the questions today, you are not committing to a dog, nor does it guarantee that you will get that dog. It's simply a really important part of the application process. It's going to help both you and us identify a potential good match for the dog that you wish to adopt. Really, a successful adoption depends on selecting the right dog for your household and a good understanding of the dog needs and care requirements. So if you're not successful in being shortlisted for the dog that you wish to adopt, we may be able to suggest some other dogs that we think would be really suited to you and your lifestyle. So bear with us. We are a team of volunteers. We fit our work around other things we do in our lives. So please bear with us and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Do you have any questions for me now? No? Okay. Well, it was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much for taking the time to answer these questions. I can see you've clearly researched about us and also the dog that you wish to adopt. And I wish you the very best. So hopefully we'll be in touch very soon. Okay. Take care. Bye bye.